lesson usually in grade 7 is being able to identify the categories of creative arts and sports and how they relate to each other. So that's what I'm taking us through today. So I hope this will be an interesting lesson. So now, let me just show you on the board. So these are the categories. So you can see categories of creative arts and sports. So the categories, we have music and dance, visual arts, drama and film, and we have sports. These are the categories. So these categories are related on various aspects. The first aspect that brings relationship within these categories is the function. Basic explanation of what function is, it's the use, how it is used. For example, how do we use music in dance? Music and dance are, of course, are together, but there are different dance genres and there are different music genres. So there is a way dance is used as a function to bring out the performance in that music. Visual arts. Visual arts, for example, drawing. What is the function of music during a visual art performance or lesson? You get? What is the function of music in drama and film? You get? What is the function of music during a sports event? Okay, so that functionality of how music is used during those performances is what we are calling the function. So another relationship comes because of the execution. Execution is the doing. Okay, so the doing. For example, in the execution of sports, what is the function of visual arts? In the execution of sports, what is the function of film? In the execution of sports, what is the function of dance? What is the function of music? Okay. The next one is the visual presentation. I'd like us to agree on one thing, that in dance, music, visual, drama and film, sports, in all these categories, visual presentation is very important, because as much as we will appreciate them by hearing, we appreciate them by probably performing them, we also appreciate them by seeing. And look, there are various aspects of visual presentation that cause us to appreciate these categories of sports and of creative arts and sports. For example, the colors, the logos, okay? There's that aspect of visual presentation that is important. So for example, how is visual art helpful in presenting the visual presentation during sports, during drama, during dance, during music? You get that? Okay. Then there's the concept of competition. Competition is when you do your art, I do my art. It could be in one genre or different, but there's that concept of someone comes out better than the rest, and we all agree that art is on a different level. So this aspect of competition is important because it helps us to improve our art. It helps us to appreciate good performance. It helps us to improve our craft, right? And then there is the audience. The audience is the people who appreciate the various categories, okay? So the audience, because in your mind you'll have a target audience, you'll be thinking about how do you make this audience interested in what you want to do. You'll ensure that you're very careful about the visual presentation, you'll be careful about the execution, you'll be careful about the function of maybe music in that actual performance. The function of visual arts, you create the costumes, okay, for that performance. So audience drives us to have a relationship in these categories of creative arts and sports. There is the attire. Attire has an aspect of identity. And for us to be able to create attire, it means we have to have some concept of visual arts. We need to have some concept of the drama. For example, if in the drama we have the protagonist, the antagonist, the colors that we will use for those are different. So this attire concept brings the relationship. So the understanding we have about drama, the understanding we have about visual arts comes together to create an attire that is helpful. Okay. Another relationship comes in with the themes. Okay, with the themes. For example, the theme that is driving the message for the performance. Okay, so that theme that is giving us or that is causing us to choose a specific message or to go towards a specific direction in creating our art, or as we play, that there's that specific message we want our audience to get. Okay, so that theme causes us to have a relationship. So we are not just playing, but we are thinking as we play, what else can we do to make sure that our audience, okay? So are you seeing the way these categories of creative arts and sports are coming together to ensure that that performance is done effortlessly? And of course, there is this team effort. Team effort comes in with the different abilities. The visual artist will come in to help us with the ideas of colors, to ensure that the theme is well done. The drama and film people will come in to tell us the positions, the places where we should take, maybe the shots should be taken from, the kind of messaging that we can use during our sports event or during our music performance. So that team effort of different capabilities and abilities coming together to create a performance brings the relationship. So now you see that the categories of creative arts and sports are related in very many aspects. And these are some of the aspects that bring in the relationship. I hope this makes it clearer. Thank you.